Hey, LaNorris, what's the first 3 days of practice been like for you, and what have you seen from just the team as a whole?
I see a lot of good. Like we're still learning and stuff. I think like the main thing now is just like getting everybody on the same page. That's the biggest thing. Building chemistry with receivers. It's the first time we're doing anything live, like full speed too. So it's like you have your problems and stuff, but it's easy problems that you can fix and stuff. So
LaNorris, I don't know if you saw the quote from Spencer last week or 2 weeks ago. He said that, he expects you to be a dog, you to be the leader of this team moving forward. And I think back to what Coach Dal Logan said last year. He's like, I'm constantly telling LaNorris that he sucks, trying to continue to motivate him. I bring that up simply to say that as you go into this year, naturally on the outside looking in, a lot of people expect you and assume that you will be the starter. What continues to help you ignore all that outside noise to continue to stay focused on becoming that week one starter?
just that, like anything can happen. Like I could go out there and just like completely just like not do what I'm expected to do and just like, what I'm saying, you can lose a spot or anything, not really lose a spot because nothing is set in stone yet. But it's like you just have to just try to get better every single day. So that's what I'm going into thinking.
LaNorris, do you put pressure on yourself? Do you have your own expectations that you feel you need to meet, or is this just, hey, I'm just going to get better and trust in what I know how to do?
I do have expectations for myself. I try not to make the same mistake twice, so I try to keep learning, making new mistakes. As what D'Lo would say or tell me to do. Just not do the same thing and go backwards. Just make new mistakes and basically learn from them and go forward. Keep going forward.
Hey, LaNorris, what do you remember about going through your first spring practice, last year, and then obviously the spring game, and just how much more comfortable do you feel like you feel out there this year?
I'm a lot more comfortable. Last year was kind of just fast paced. Everything was just going like foo foo foo. Like it was like I knew the stuff, but when you get out there on the field, it's like first time seeing it like full SEC speed. It's just like you're lost. But now it's just like I got it now, I know everything now, so it's a lot easier for me.
LaNorris, last week, Coach Beamer said you were trying to get more involved as a leader. What are some ways that you're trying to get more involved? And then what does, LaNorris Sellers as a leader look like?
I'm just really bringing other guys along with me. Like, I try to do the right thing all the time. So it's just like bringing those other guys with me and then like being more vocal too. I'm not really like a loud vocal guy. So it's just like that was a step that I had to take, like talking in front of the team, talking to like coaching staff and stuff, just building new relationships really.
Hey, LaNorris, Jordan K. with the State. I feel like everyone, when they think of LaNorris Sellers, thinks of that 70-yard bomb on like week 2 and then the zone read touchdown. And that's basically their only, idea of LaNorris Sellers as a quarterback. Who is LaNorris Sellers as a quarterback, and what are you working on with your game this spring to try and, get it to wherever you want to go?
Really just being a winner, like having the confidence to do what I like. Being confident in my abilities, like being able to like throw the ball, run when I need to, like break sacks, make the right reads, just be somebody that's dependable, really.
LaNorris, I remember talking to Clayton White last year and saying, I forget what game it was. I think it was going into the Jacksonville State game maybe last year, and he was saying that you were giving like the best possible look as a scout team quarterback. What do you like? How good was that experience for you last year to go through the scout team and stuff and kind of help the defense, I guess? And just what did you learn from that?
For me, it was fun. Like I look forward to those periods, like service periods and scout periods, just because it's like you don't really know what you're doing, but you gotta like make it work just to give the defense a better look. So I was just out there pretty much pretty much trying to make the best plays I could, honestly, because it was just like you had one read. Well, you had a full play read, but you didn't know the other read, so you just had to pick something and stick to it. And if it wasn't there, you just had to make a play. So that's just what I took pride in last year.
How's it been with all the receivers, because they're like 5 new guys, a couple tight ends you're trying to get used to, more familiar with? How's that process been, getting on the same page with those guys? And who all stood out at receiver too?
It's been pretty good. So every Tuesday and Thursday since we got back, we've been doing like throwing sessions. So we got a head start on like just building the chemistry, like on the playbook and stuff like that. So we did that pretty much every Tuesday and Thursday. If they could make it one day, then they can come that day. If they couldn't make it that day, you can just come Thursday. Or if you can make it both days, just come both days. So that's how we did that. But for me, Gage, Jared Brown, the young guys are stepping up too. Not younger, we're the same age, but Tashawn, Craig, those guys. Pretty much it's been good, honestly. Now it's just doing it full game speed. You got somebody on you now. It's not just like route versus air and stuff. So that's pretty much the biggest thing.
LaNorris, what's the biggest thing that Spencer taught you from last year, or anything in particular? Maybe even Luke Doty with all the experience that he has at quarterback.
Pretty much confidence. Just if you make a decision, just be firm with your decision. Don't hesitate. Don't second guess yourself. And Spence was always just like he wasn't too high or ever too low. So I just try to take that from just being composed all the time.
LaNorris, we had Robbie in here earlier. What has it been getting to know him a little bit, and what kind of a resource can he be to you and you can be to him?
So he's an older guy. He's played. He started. I can take a lot from him. Honestly, he started the whole season at Auburn. And then for me, he could take just like the playbook stuff just because I've been here. It's a new playbook for him. So I could take his college experience and just what he's learned playing, and then he can just take my experience of being here, meeting everybody else, all the playbooks and stuff.
What is the number one thing Dowell Loggins tries to instill in you during film and practice sessions?
Pretty much, let's see, what's something he'd say. Be firm, my decision making. Don't second guess, like I said earlier. That was one thing last year. I was just always jerky, like, if that makes sense. Like, I see something and I hesitate, and then I'd be late because I still try to make it. So he just like, if you make a decision, just stick with it.
I'm curious, when you first go into college and you start playing, you obviously want to make a good impression, but with the impression that you made and the reaction that the fan base has had, how much has that changed in your belief in yourself to make an impact on this program?
I mean, I always felt as if I was confident, like just outside noise and stuff, like it's good and stuff, but I don't really like make it change the way I act because it's like it really don't matter because they don't know what's going on like on the inside and everything. So it's just like I just got to keep my head on straight, always do the right thing, and just be the best person I can be.